The Geebung Polo Club by A.B. Patterson, 1893. It was somewhere up the country, in a land of rock and scrub, that they formed an institution called the Geebung Polo Club. They were long and wiry natives of the rugged mountainside, and the horse was never saddled that the Geebungs couldn't ride. But their style of playing polo was irregular and rash. They had mighty little science, but a mighty lot of dash. And they played on mountain ponies that were muscular and strong, though their coats were quite unpolished and their manes and tails were long, and they used to train those ponies, wheeling cattle in the scrub. They were demons, were the members of the Geebung Polo Club. It was somewhere down the country in a city smoke and steam that a polo club existed called the Cuff and Collar Team. As a social institution, 'twas a marvellous success, for the members were distinguished by exclusiveness in dress. They had natty little ponies that were nice and smooth and sleek, for their cultivated owners only rode 'em once a week. So they started up the country in pursuit of sport and fame, for they meant to show the Geebungs how they ought to play the game. And they took their valets with them, just to give their boots a rub, ere they started operations on the Geebung Polo Club. Now my readers can imagine how the contest ebbed and flowed. When the Geebung boys got going, it was time to clear the road. And the game was so terrific that ere half time was gone, a spectator's leg was broken, just from merely looking on. For they waddied one another till the plain was strewn with dead, while the score was kept so even that they neither got ahead. And the cuff and collar captain, when he tumbled off to die, was the last surviving player, so the game was called a tie. Then the captain of the Geebungs raised him slowly from the ground. Though his wounds were mostly mortal, yet he fiercely gazed around. "There's another match tomorrow, and I'm quite prepared to play. And we'll lick the cuffs and collars who are here from far away." Then he smiled a sickly smile and softly whispered, "Let me grog." And they fetched him what he wanted, of course, a demijohn of grog. And he drank it at a mouthful, drank it straight away, and died. And cuff and collar captain put his hands before his side, and he mourned the fate of Geebung most decorously and hard, till he very nearly perished of that same dilapidated bard. And the moral of this story, it's simple, just and plain. If you seek to play at polo, never try to play again with the Geebung Polo Club, for they play for blood and tears, and they'll butcher you like cattle, and then shout, "3 hearty cheers." They'll remount their broken ponies as they stagger off the plain, with their flags all torn and tattered, and their faces black with pain. And the cup that's full of glory they'll take home unto their club, and they'll toast you in the slip rails at the Geebung Polo Club.